Okay, so in this video we are gonna see what is Flexbox, Flexbox utilities, and how are they used. Okay, so before starting, please make the following changes to the code from the previous video. I have removed just three columns, and the page would look somewhat like this. And if you are new to this video, I have given the link in the description box to the code. You can copy it from there. So what is Flexbox? Flexbox is actually a bootstrap package that provides us with various classes that help us to align our content properly, be it row wise or column wise. So first of all, let's see how we can align our content row wise. So if I want to align all my content in the row at the center position, I can simply add the following classes. First of all, I would add the class of Flexbox, which is d dash flex. This would provide this row of a Flexbox package. Then to justify the content at the center, we would write justify content center. And if I save this, you can see now the content in the row shifts to center position. So let's add a border here so you can see things more clearly. Okay, so now sometimes we want to place our content such that they have equal spaces between them. So for that we will write here justify content between. Save this, and now you can see that all the contents have equal space between them. Another thing that we can do here is we can write here justify content around, and you can see this happens. Now also they have equal space between them, it's just that they have some left in the right margins also. Now let's make changes to the columns. First of all, I will remove this part here, and because this part column medium 4 would give the required size when the size is large also. Also, let's make changes to the our CSS file, because earlier we had given here padding. We have to remove that to see the changes in columns, because columns should acquire the height of the rows, and that is very less. So any change would not be seen. For that, I'll add here I'll give height to the rows, and the height should be about 200 pixels. So I'll save this. Also, we have written here that block should have a height of 100%, so they acquire the height of the rows. So you can see now the rows have a height, the columns have the height of the rows. Now let's add some elements to our columns. Save this, and now you can see three elements here. Now let's give it some more height, about 300. Now to make changes to the column, we have to use the following classes. You have to write here d flex, then flex column, and the same justify content center. Okay, so now there's another way also of using align items, but I think this is more easy to remember for me, because the justify content we have used already in the rows also. So you just have to add these two classes to tell the browser that we are using the this alignment, this flex box for columns. So if I save this, now you can see that these three contents have come to the center of the column, and then you can write here between, save this, and you can see now they are spaced inside the columns. If I inspect this, you can see this is here, this is here, and this is here with equal spacings between them. You can also do around, save, and you can see similar margins to the top and bottom and equal spaces between them. Now if you want all your content to begin from the start, you can write justify content start, and all these all start from the start, and if from the end, just write here end. Save this, and they'll all start from the end. So these are the flexbox utilities that are used to align items inside rows and also inside columns. So you can write similar code here also, and you can do the changes. Save this, and you can see all the columns are now using flexbox. If I write here start, here center, save this, and you can see in this column it starts from the end, here from center, and here from between. So you can align these items as you wish using these flexbox utilities, and you can get the desired result. So I have opened this Bootstrap 4 Flexbox utilities component here in W3 Schools. You can go through this, and you can see many other more features that you can perform using this Bootstrap and other things. So you can do this in vertical direction as I have shown you already, and you can also use this flex reverse option that makes the changes in the reverse order. So you can go through this and see more things that you like, and more classes that you can add to your contents to make them align properly. So let's see some other functionality of flexbox utilities. I'll copy this row from here and paste it below this. Save this, and now you can see two rows here, but you see that they don't have space between them, and also there is no space from the top here. So let's add them. For that we can use usually what we used to do, we used to go to our CSS file and provide the proper the expected padding and margin to the required container, but we can do that simply here. We can use flexbox utilities. For that we'll use if we want to add margin, we'll write M, from the top we write T, and we'll give the size ranges from 1 to 5 in the increasing order. So if I want to give us a size of 20 pixels, I'll write here 2. Save this, and you can see now here is a space of about 20 pixels. And now if I want to add margin from the top, so I'll go to my container class here, and I'll write margin top 5. So I'll save this, and you can see now there is this space from the top. So you see how simple it becomes with flexbox to add margins and spacings to this. Now suppose if you want to add padding to your rows, so you can write here padding top 2, padding bottom 2, padding left as 2, and padding right as 2. Save this, and you can see the rows get padding of 20 pixels or about 20 pixels from all the sides. But this looks a little lengthy, so let's do a change here. I'll write here and then tell you what does it mean. So right here px2, save this, so you can see padding from left and right. And now right here py2, save this, and you can see padding from top and bottom. So you can see what does this mean. Px stands from padding from right and left, and Py stands from for padding from top to bottom, top and bottom. So you can further reduce it. You can simply write P2. P means that simple P means the padding from all sides, and save this, and you can see the same result. So this is how padding and margin attributes are used in Flexbox utilities. The same logic for Px and Py goes for margins also. You can also write Mx, My, or simply M and give the relevant size. So this would all go for the containers that use Flexbox utilities. One last thing I want to mention here, that you don't need to write here dflex. Dflex is usually written to provide this the property of Flexbox, but the grid system, that is row and column system, are by default come with this Flexbox utilities in Bootstrap 4. So you don't need to mention this in the rows, but you do need to mention this in columns, because in columns we have given this property here, that flex column, because justify content is by default used for rows, and to use it for columns you have to mention this here, and to mention this property you have to mention dflex. Okay, so I think that's it. This is all for this video, and if you like this video, like my video, share this video with your colleagues or your friends who want to learn web development. You can also view my previous videos if you want to start it from scratch, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you and happy learning.